making this video for Kristin because I'm bored and she's never played Animal Crossing before. So this is Animal Crossing for beginners. And the first thing I'm going to talk about is your home loan. So when you first start the game, Tom Nook will build you a house. Generally you start in a tent that becomes a house. And you have to pay off your home loan. But a lot of people are very anti-Tom Nook. I'm very pro Tom Nook. See, he gives you a 0 interest loan with 0 down with no obligation to repay unless you feel like it. So I think that's a pretty good deal. I would love to have a home loan with those terms. You can pay it whenever you want. You don't have to pay it, but if you do pay it, he will build you a bigger house, which is cool. You can put more furniture in it. The second thing we'll talk about is the museum. So there's an owl named Blathers who has a museum, and if you donate things to him, he will put them on display in the museum, and it's very cute. And my recommendation is the first time you catch anything, bring it to the museum. There's generally a way to know that you've caught it for the first time. In New Leaf, the player always says, "I wonder what my encyclopedia says about this," which was very convenient because you know you caught it for the first time. In New Horizons, they don't say that, but it does alert you when you have something new in your encyclopedia, so that's helpful. So if you donate them all right away, you won't have to remember later what you have not donated, which would get very confusing, and I can't remember all of that. So the first time you catch anything, bugs, fish, donate to the museum. Fossils, also donate to the museum. I'll talk about digging things up in a second. Paintings. In New Leaf, you donate paintings. I'm not sure if there are paintings or artwork in New Horizons. Hopefully. I haven't seen any yet, but I've only been playing for 3 days. This video may contain minor spoilers for New Horizons if you haven't played it yet, but nothing like that you wouldn't know if you had played Animal Crossing before. So, Kristin, I don't think you care. Anyway, the museum. Yes, the next thing is about hitting rocks and shaking trees. So you should hit your rocks every day. In the previous versions of this game, one of them would shoot out money, which is nice. Now, one of them still shoots out money, but the rest of them also shoot out rocks and stuff to gather, which for this game you need. So hit them all every day. Shaking trees. If you shake trees, they give you money. They also might drop furniture. Now they also drop branches, which you can use to build stuff. They might drop fruit if they have fruit on them. I'll talk about fruit in a second. They might also drop wasps' nests, which used to be bees, now is wasps. They might sting you, then that does suck. But if you catch them, which can be difficult, you have to be kind of good at catching things and know the trick to it. But if you catch them, you can sell them and get money. You could also, even if you don't catch them, grab their nest and sell that, or make it into medicine. I haven't yet, but someone said you could. Which, if you take medicine, you heal your face and stuff if you've gotten stung. Fruit. So some trees have fruit on them. You will start the game with a certain type of fruit. I have cherries on my island, which means a lot of my trees have cherries on them. If I shake the tree, it drops 3 cherries. I put them in my pocket. I can sell that for money. Or now you can eat it for strength to do stuff. I mostly just sell it for money, unless you need strength, but I'm not really sure exactly what that does quite yet. I did move a tree yesterday, but anyway. The fruit. Some other players have different fruit. There's cherries, apples, pears, oranges, peaches. I think that's all. Cherries, apples, oranges, pears, peaches. I think I'm missing one, but anyway, it's not that important. There used to be also persimmons and durians. I haven't seen any of those yet, but there may be a way to get them later. Not sure. There's also palm trees, which are coconuts. I've seen in New Leaf there was bananas. I haven't seen bananas yet, but I would guess that they exist. If you plant a fruit in the ground, it'll grow a fruit tree. Bananas and coconuts grow on the beach to make palm trees. These fruit trees work the same way. If you grow a fruit that's not native to your town, so I have cherries. If I grow an orange tree, it will grow an orange tree. I shake it, it drops oranges. If I sell those, they're worth more. So it's a good idea to get a lot of non-native fruits on your island. Like in New Leaf, my native fruit was peaches. I had 3 peach trees, and the rest was all non-native fruits because those sell for a lot more, which is great, especially early game, to bring in the cash. I already have almost all of the fruit, so come get it from me. Visit other people, get fruit. Your mom will send you some, I think. My mom did. Yeah, fruit. Good. Okay. The next thing is digging. So each day there will be spots on the ground that you can dig. There'll be like little X's on the ground. Get your shovel, dig them. You will get fossils, which you want to donate to the museum, but others will also have to assess them. There also sometimes are gyroids. I'm not sure if that's how that's pronounced, or if they exist in New Horizons. I assume probably they do. I haven't seen any yet, but sometimes they're in the ground. There is also a certain spot that glows. If you dig it up, you'll get money, which is new and also fun. Anything that gives you money, I enjoy. That's really all there is to digging. And, okay, the last thing are special visitors. This may not all of it be true for New Horizons because they only come sometimes, so I haven't seen many of them yet, so I don't know if they exist. I haven't heard anything about it, but as an Animal Crossing overview, I will tell you about special visitors. So there's Gulliver, who passes out on the beach sometimes. You have to wake him up. It takes a few times. If he says, hey, I'm sleeping, let me sleep, just keep trying to wake him up, and he will give you something if you do something for him. Or answer a quiz is what you had to do in New Leaf. But I think you have to find stuff for him on the beach. And then he will send you a gift from wherever he's going. He's a traveler. I don't know, I haven't gotten a gift from him yet, so I don't know what he sends. But he sends you something, and it's always good to get free stuff. There's Katrina, who is really cool. She tells your fortune. I hope she's in New Horizons because I love her. There's Red, who, like I said, I don't know if paintings exist. I would assume they would. It's an Animal Crossing staple. He sells artwork, paintings, and statues. Most of them are forgeries, so you have to be careful about which one you buy. Some of them, if you know what the painting looks like, the real painting or the real statue, you would probably know which one was real and which one was the forgery. Otherwise, just look up a guide online. That's what I do, because I don't know what all famous paintings look like. There's Joan, who sells turnips, who has been replaced by her niece, Daisy May, who comes on Sundays, so she'll come tomorrow. You can buy turnips from her. And then turnips are just for selling later in the week with the stock market. I'm not very good at this. I have not really done it very much, so that's more of an advanced Animal Crossing sort of guide that I can't talk about right now because I don't know much about it. But you buy turnips for one price, you want to sell them for a higher price. That's how stocks work. That's how turnips work. And that's all of the basics of Animal Crossing. I can talk about more advanced stuff if you want, if I get bored again later, which I probably will. So, Kristin, I hope this was helpful, and come visit my island.